Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I have something a little special and stepped up. This is going to be a way to create a sentiment that has a vellum halo around it. It's a very unique look and is going to be really fun in all sorts of projects. I'm stamping with Merry Christmas to All, and this is going to stamp onto vellum paper. This type of technique can be done on regular cardstock or colored cardstock. I'm choosing to use vellum because I want to have kind of like an angelic halo around the words to create a special mood for my Christmas card. Once I have set the embossing powder with my heat tool, and I'm being careful not to scorch the vellum paper, then I'm going to use my paper snips to fussy cut around. Here's a look at how big the dies are compared to the actual stamped image, and they do not coordinate together. It's the same font, but it's much larger. Having a halo around the words is a special look. It gives just a little bit more atmosphere. So I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch around the stamped and embossed words. I do that to both Merry and Christmas. So for my main focal point on the card, I'm going to use the triangle tree image from Snow is Glistening. This is a limited time only stamp set. There's only a few days left to use it. But if you've already gotten yours, you'll be able to make this project with no problem at all. I'm using 3 colors, which are Petal Pink, Soft Seafoam, and Mint Macaron. Those 2 greens are my favorite green color combos. They do complement each other very nicely. Using a sponge dauber, I'm gently adding ink to the stamp so that it has a very soft, glowing look to the mood of the stamped image. Keep in mind that overlapping pink and green are going to turn brown. If you would like the different color combination, be sure to choose something that once overlapped, it will look okay. I'm going to add just a few extra drops of color in certain places to highlight a few of those images, and then I am taking the pink sponge dauber and moving it around directly on the paper itself. This is going to create the glow look inside between all of those stamped lines. This image does not have a coordinating die. Instead, it's very simple to trim it down with your Stampin' Trimmer. I'm just leaving about 1/8 of an inch around the tree. Gray granite is a nice complement to pink and these very soft green tones, and it's going to also pick up the tones of the silver embossing in the halo sentiment. So I'm using gray granite to add the base of the tree and also some snowflakes from Snow is Glistening around on the card base. So this is not quite a 1-layer card. The only layer is this actual tree, which we will add with dimensionals. Using many different generations of the ink is going to give me the depth of the stamped image that it looks like that's a little more natural. So Stampin' Dimensionals are going to help the tree actually stand up away from the card base. And then I will use liquid glue to adhere the vellum sentiment. So here's a word of caution. Vellum has a tendency to show any adhesive through the front, and most people try to use special adhesives or hide it in a certain way. However, on this particular technique, the words that are stamped are large enough to be able to hide the liquid glue. But using liquid glue allows me just enough time to move those words into position, and I need that time because I'm not that quick on being able to move something around. It kind of messes with my eyes a little bit and I need to recorrect sometimes. So I've used a few of the frosted and clear epoxy dots to give a little bit more bling on the front, and the inside of the card has a layer of petal pink cardstock with the whisper white cardstock. We're going to use Snow is Glistening snowflakes just like from the front of the card, echoed on the inside, and this sentiment is actually really nice and it comes from Snow is Glistening. So we've used a combination of products for this card and it turned out to be very elegant looking but really easy in the long run. I really hope that you will try this project out and share your outcome with me. Just leave me a comment here or contact me on my blog at jennyhalldesign.com and let me know how it came out for you. All of the products I've used are available in my Stampin' Up store. You can get to my store by also clicking jennyhalldesign.com, or down in the video description there are links for the products. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Trip. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.